Untitled Revisionist Western Project, Chapter 5, by Ripley Stonebrook. As the Ark-4 tumbled into space, joined by hundreds of other ships from clouds of debris that was once the Earth, the 6 escapees watched through the filthy windows. The room they had entered was a mass of pipes, wheels, lights, and indicator dials, whistling, hissing, flashing, and screaming as one problem after another was announced. The soot-stained engineer was spinning wheels and pulling levers, cursing and yelling. A large dial in the center of the crammed control panel marked oxygen was sinking closer and closer to 0. "I'm Edgar!" he screamed between swearing and bashing his knuckles on pipes. "I'm Kiona. This is Elm," she screamed over the alarms and whistling steam. The guard, in his faded, threadbare uniform, his hands grasping the empty air as if holding a rifle that was no longer there, barked his name. "Baker, Thomas." He began to pace the room, lost without purpose. "I'm Gina," yelled the little girl as she pulled on the old woman's skirts. Her arms flailed about as the girl pulled on her, the potted flower flying through the air, spraying dirt on the ground. The girl's stuffed bunny flopped and waggled. "And this is Auntie Edna," she said, punctuating each word with another tug. Edna grimaced, patting her flower and flattening its soil. "I don't know her. She was just a kid in my building." She shooed the girl away while carefully arranging the flower's leaves. Kiona slumped to the floor, sitting cross-legged. Her hands sifted through the objects in her bag, the only remnants of Eden's Drift, and Blackridge too. Her quest, so useless, so pointless. There was no redemption. The people she wanted to prove wrong were all dead. Her parents, the neighbors, the railroad men, all dead. Elm had her face pressed to the glass. "The ships are all headed this way. They're going to crash together." Edgar ran to the window. No, they're all linking up together. They're supposed to do that." They all watched as 2 ships slammed together in a fiery ball of death and exploded. "Well, not like that," he said. The Ark-4 began to drift toward the cluster. "Sweet Jesus," Edna said as the clump grew closer and closer. With a sickening crunch, the Ark-4 slammed into position with its neighbor ship. All eyes looked to the oxygen meter. It continued its creep to 0. "Damn it," Edgar said. "I hope the connection would restore our air. We need to get out of here." Floor plans were dragged out from locker and quickly checked. "We need to move, now," Fiona said, taking control. She needed a new quest. Survival would do. Edgar showed them how to open the door. As the heavy metal door swung open, a voice rang out through the metal corridor stretching out before them.
"Flight crew is required to remain on the bridge."
An inhuman metallic voice.
"This is Ark-4 Command Intelligence. Return to the bridge."
Edgar screamed. "Those aren't supposed to come on, except for ship emergencies." Looking at the oxygen meter, his shoulders slumped. "Which I guess this is. We're in for some trouble. The ship controls all the security systems. We are fucked."
"Warning,"
the voice continued.
"Water, oxygen, and food storage are empty. Non-essential crew are ordered to the food preparation level. Crew are ordered to remain in their quarters and work areas. Any crew found in public areas will be dealt with and sent to the food preparation level."
"Fuck!" Edna screamed. "We're gonna have to run," Thomas said quietly, stepping out into the hallway, his knuckles creaking as his fists tightened. His muscled legs rippled as he rushed into the hallway. A copper metal arm descended from the ceiling towards him. His reflexes shocked the others as he jumped to grab it and slam it into the wall. Gears and belts flew into the air as it grasped and clattered against the metal wall. "Go!" he screamed, breaking the silence as the others finally broke the spell, sprinting forward. Edna pulled ahead as another arm came swinging down. She dodged, but not fast enough, as it smashed through her flower pot. Sinking to the floor, she wept for her loss. Little Gina slid into her and tried to bury herself in her skirts as the arms grasped and clattered above them. Edna kicked Gina backwards as she attempted to scoop up her precious flower, telling it everything was going to be okay, placing it delicately in her skirts. Gina was plucked immediately by the cold metal claw and slammed against the wall. He had to slam her 3 more times before she went silent, at which point it retracted into the wall, dragging the pitiful, tiny corpse. With no time to mourn the terrible death, they continued to slide and dodge their way to the other end of the ship. Past the copper arms, they had a moment to breath before opening the door. Kiona pulled out her knife, jamming it into the keyhole-shaped hole in the door and turning it. A clanking of gears and hiss of fresh air told them they had reached their goal. Throwing open the door, Kiona stepped through. "Halt!" They group heard the scream from the other side of the door. Kiona had burst into a room full of gleaming gold guards. Their rifles were pointed at her head. "Halt in the name of the Ark Railway Consortium!" a guard yelled as the group fell to their knees. A man with a huge bushy beard, long pointed mustache, and draped in sparse golden robes over his bulbous, old, naked body stepped forward. "All these people will serve as well. Workers for the coal level, an engineer for the machine level, and 2 lovely ladies for the breeding level." Fuck, that means I'm going to the food preparation level for sure. Hello, bonjour. I am Crandall. Welcome to the podcast that answers the question, if an infinite number of monkeys will write Shakespeare, what can a few dozen monkeys do? This is an interactive podcast, and together we will write a 10-chapter story. The genre this season is Revisionist Western, and we're going to talk about how to write chapter 6 during this podcast. And don't worry if you have no ideas or what the hell is going on. We have a brainstorm incoming. Lucky for all of us, Ripley was there to supply chapter 5, and that's a fun chapter. Now Ripley's really kind of leaning into chaos as he already just destroyed that little girl. When I read that for the beginning of the podcast, I that was my first time reading through it. So I was very shocked when I got to the part where the little girl was slammed to death with robot arms. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't laugh, but it is just fiction. Anyway. Oh. And that's God's judgment of me. No, it's not. It is the brainstorm. So now it's time to go through the Spooky Room Productions secret passageway into the Spooky Room Productions lounge, and we'll see if anyone is there to brainstorm with us for chapter 6, which you could write. That would be cool. Hello and welcome to the Spooky Room Productions lounge. This is the place where we go and sit in these big comfy chairs in front of the fire, and it's always storming. You know why? It's called a brainstorm. This is the heart of the podcast. And I am honored today to introduce my guest in the brainstorm in the Spooky Room Productions lounge. It's Ripley Stonebrook, everyone.
I want to know why we have this fire in the fireplace. Am I Mitch? It is so hot in here. We do not need a fire.
It is hot in here. Well,
I'm not laying any lifeguards down by the fire, all right? It is too hot.
It is too hot.
Maybe we should start a fire of ice. Ice fire.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. Put PP a run for his money.
Yes.
I'll need some sound effects of ice fire, please.
You guys might know that I was going to say you might be able to hear PP, but first of all, PP is very quiet.
It's very discreet.
But also, the fire and the storm, they can't hear background
These
noises.
mics are pretty good. Like, we're not one of those podcasts that are like, you know what, we turned everything off to sacrifice for art. No.
Well,
No.
I do when I record the other part of the podcast.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was hot and I didn't like it.
Ay.
But that's okay. 'Cause that's what summer is about when we're in Canada, which means it's only going to be for another month. And then we're free.
St. John is not supposed to be a nice place. It's not supposed to have nice weather and heat. It's supposed to be fog and cold.
There's still lots of fog.
It's unseasonably warm for the past 4 years, which makes it seasonably warm.
Yeah, so
Eh.
it's fine. We have pee-pee now. Pee-pee. So, you wrote the chapter.
I wrote it. I had to.
Yes. I liked it.
Did you? Do I get to hear you talk about my chapter? Aww.
Yeah.
Now you have to say nice things about me.
Well, you went with the multi-space link-ups.
Yep.
The spaceships.
I jammed that in there. I found enough words.
The Railroad Consortium.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to make up a bunch of character voices
Oh.
on the fly because I didn't read it. I just read it out loud into the microphone the first time I read it.
Yeah, things are a little rushed when I have to write it. We lose a couple of days.
Oh,
there,
it's
but it's
fine.
fine. It's
No.
fine.
Please, I'm an expert. I've been doing this for 3 years.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, that's why I got to move on if it isn't working out.
Oh my
you know.
god.
I'm willing to.
We haven't got more people by now?
Well, that's where I'm at.
Oh my
in
God.
my thinking. I was like, well, 3 years.
They flew by.
I put in enough time, I think, and it's okay that it didn't turn out.
But if you want to keep hearing it, you could write in.
That's right, and don't forget, Ripley instituted if we get a 4th season, you guys choose the genre.
I saw that you kept that. Yeah. Well, even if I have to write as a trench coat. I heard a noise, but you
Thought
know,
I
they're
heard
doing their
something.
thing.
Anyway.
They're not attacking the board, so we're fine.
Oh, it's the tunnel. They get crazy in that tunnel.
They love it.
They go wild, though. They fight too hard when they're in the tunnel.
Get your cats a tunnel.
They love it. We got a decent sized tunnel as a Christmas present a couple years ago.
we got 3 of them
but
total.
No. But then we got like the really short, crappy ones from the dollar store. But I got like 5 of them, and then I just tied them all together. So now we have a really long tunnel.
Well, I call it the human centipede tunnel.
Yeah. So anyway, and then the cats like to play in there, and then they play too hard when they're in the tunnel for some reason.
They
And then
love it.
You hear one of them going, "Ah!"
We know who it is. It's Hermes, and he deserves it because he's always being a little so-and-so.
He is a little teapot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
his brother's
we
giving him
love
what
him
for.
anyway.
Mhm.
And Vulcan just teaches him some manners.
Yeah.
In the tunnel.
Yeah.
The tunnel fights. Oh my God. Okay.
Where were we? Oh, you were saying nice things about
Oh yeah.
me.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Try to avoid that.
No. No, it was really nice, and you got the little girl and the grandma together, but then the little girl was destroyed,
Oh, yeah.
which it made me laugh. Like I read it and then I laughed so much, but and I was like, well,
Was the word picture formed in your mind
it was
of her
great.
being smacked against the wall?
yeah.
Mm.
And the thing is, writing is not your number one thing.
No.
So,
It's my number 5.
and you're pretty darn good.
I get there. I hit the beats. I do the things.
Yeah,
and
and,
I got
you
my
know.
railroad consortium in there.
It's pretty darn good.
And a little bit of humor, since I feel like that's where this one is going.
Humor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I think that let's continue to just make it insane.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
it.
this is the fuck it one.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it, everyone.
Before it was like, oh, it's funny how it went off the rails. Okay, let's drag it back. It's just like, how far off the rails do we get this
that's
one?
the problem. And
Which is ironic because this is the railroad one.
and it seems like maybe it's best that this podcast doesn't continue because every time we end up in space.
Mhm. It's true.
No, not the first one.
Space is the place.
The last 2 ones.
I was thinking about bringing back the giant cod pieces, but I was like, I just got to leave that out.
No, you had some yucky man in a
Mhm.
golden robe or something.
Yeah, I had to, bring that in.
Yeah. And then the very last line, you did not attribute to anyone, so I had to decide who it was.
Oh. Well,
I decided it was Grandma.
oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yay! Because I read it at first and I was like, who? Like, because now I have all these voices for these characters, and I was like, well, what voice? There's no attribution. And then I was like, oh, it must be Grandma. Anyway.
Sorry, folks. I didn't give that one an edit pass because that's not what we do here.
That's not what we do here. And that should show you the level of writing that we will accept.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You can do it.
You can do that. Write the whole thing with don't. I was going to say write the whole thing with no attributions and I have to guess. That would take me so long. Don't do that, please.
Unless that's your style, in which case I go ahead and do it.
Yeah, fuck it. What else am I doing?
Yeah.
So I guess that's chapter 5. I say kudos.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for writing it. And if no one writes in this next one, then I have to write it. Come on. You know I'm not an exciting writer. I don't know. I'll try to make it crazy, but I'm not good at it.
It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy.
So do you have the beats? Would you
I have the beats. So we're doing what, second half of Hollow Victory?
Yeah.
Because we did the long walk and half of Hollow Victory. So technically.
Well, you have the color coded.
Yeah.
I just have my.
So this one is half of Hollow Victory, although I kind of took the whole thing.
That's fine.
It is a confrontation occurs where the hero wins a small battle but loses something vital: their horse, their gear, or their moral high ground. They realize their old skills aren't enough. It was a little girl dying was the loss.
Yeah.
And the high ground was making it to the next ship where there'll be oxygen.
And breeding levels.
I had to look up if they used the word oxygen at that time. They did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Research.
My favorite was before that deflogenated air. Dephlogistonated. Phlogiston, man. That's the stuff.
There you are.
The next one is the Desert of the Soul. Darkest hour. The hero is isolated, injured, or betrayed. The connection between their past sin and their current predicament becomes painfully clear.
Uh-oh.
They realize they are becoming the thing they hate.
And we have to do the whole one of that?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to decide what she did to get kicked out of town.
Oh, finally.
Because it has to come back.
Yeah.
The connection must be clear.
Well, we've given lots of clues.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say she stabbed her neighbor.
Okay.
That's easiest. That's
fine.
sort of what I was going for anyway when I did my
Okay. So, hero is isolated, injured, or betrayed. So Elm could turn on her.
Oh. But
or
that's our
there
only
could
friend.
be a battle. Maybe because now they're.
Well, you know who that was that she killed? That was Elm's father. But she had no idea because she wasn't in town.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'd have if it was my druthers.
Oh, my God. That's very dramatic.
I came up with that so quick, it's really going to sound like we premeditated that.
No.
But no.
If people have been listening to this,
that's true. Then
they know that you're really good at coming up with ideas. Like, sometimes I'll come up with something and it's okay. But if I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that, you'll be like, okay, how about this? Okay, how about this? Okay, how about this?
It's a brainstorm, yo.
You're just really good at it. You should be proud of yourself. And our listeners definitely know that you're the one who's better at coming up with
I want to
ideas.
show people brainstorming is about just throwing away ideas. There's no bad ideas in a brainstorm. If they're like, no, I don't like that. I got 12 more.
Sorry.
Ideas are easy. Making them work, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to be the arbiter of that.
Yeah.
Not always. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? Okay.
So that wraps it all up in a neat little package because she could just immediately be like, oh, I'm joining the train consortium.
Okay. All right. No. How about this? Okay?
Yeah.
So they go, now that they are connected to the other ship, there's these guards on this ship.
Yeah.
There's a gold man. Okay. Maybe there's some kind of capture situation.
Oh, yeah.
Where Elm, if Elm gives up like secrets or something, then she'll get better treatment.
Oh.
Or something. And and Kiona is offered the same kind of thing, but she's like, I'm not doing that. Why would I betray my friend? And then Elm's like, fuck you. I don't want to get raped in the breeding dungeon or whatever.
The breeding floor.
So she gives up. I don't know.
It's good. This is how we get. It's all meat for the grist.
No, it is. No.
Meat for the mill. Well, I'm looking at the Desert of the Soul, the Darkest Hour. The hero is isolated, injured, betrayed. Correction between their past sin and their current predicament becomes painfully clear. They're becoming the thing they hate.
We can also, I guess, decide on what she hates. so that she can become that thing. That will help me.
Well, she hates that town that she left.
Okay.
We know that.
Does she
And
hate?
probably the new town.
I don't know if she hates Eden's Drift.
Well, she was kind of like all those people with their secrets and judgment.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
going to
that's
come back
true.
riding in on that train and show all those fuckers.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So I guess the thing she hates is we could go broader with it and say hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves to point at a hypocrite,
Yeah.
especially a young person.
Or maybe after her time at Black Ridge and dealing with the train people and stuff, she could be like, actually, we kind of had the right idea at Eden's Drift,
Yes.
except for the judgment part. She's like, oh, maybe that's what actually kept us in line. This is like a little bit of a little bit of morals and not just like doing whatever the fuck you want, like
Yeah.
craziness.
Yes.
She's like, shit, they were kind of right.
So maybe this new ship has a certain ethos that could make her come to that kind of conclusion.
Yeah.
Would the okay, for the Golden Man, would anyone know who he is? Like, oh shit, that's the king of the.
No, because the ship from Black Ridge only had those people in it, so they would have been from farther away.
Yeah, but it would be more interesting if we got a third kind of, city, since the ship is from a different city.
Yeah.
I know he has the gold.
Mm-hmm.
He has the golden warriors, and that would indicate that there is a close tie to Black Ridge at the very least.
Mm-hmm. But Black Ridge could have just been, that's just the way that sort of thing is done in these cities that have ships.
How about this? How about Kiona runs away from the guards, finds the detach button and detaches. Everyone gets sucked out. She closes the hatch, the what's it called? Airlock, so she doesn't get killed, and then she just steals the ship and drives it to the moon and lives there.
All right.
All right, so they're linked up to the new ship. Then they go on to the ship. Do the new people like them, or I guess they're going to put them on the breeding floors and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So
everyone's got a place. The engineer is going to go work at the engineering level,
Okay.
and the lady's going to work at the breeding floor, and probably the old lady's going to end up in protein management.
Okay.
She's going to get turned into food.
Sure. So that's, I'm assuming the first thing that would happen is they would all be placed in their areas.
Or like just some central holding pen before they shift them out.
Okay.
So we could have some chit chat and like planning an escape or something.
Yes. Okay.
All right, that's what happened.
But now the hero has to be isolated, injured, or betrayed.
Well, that's when they start talking, and she's like, "Oh, why'd you even come to Black Ridge?" Blah blah. And she's like, "Well, I killed this guy."
Does she not know that it's Elm's dad?
Maybe it's not Elm's official dad.
Okay.
That's
more
her.
lies.
Yeah, it's like that was her father, but nobody knew.
Oh, okay.
Except for her and like her mother.
Okay.
And they'll be like, "Oh, that was my dad. Why would you do that?" Like, I don't know, it was your dad. He was a dick. No, he was awesome. All right. That, bringing the railroad to town and modernization because of her time in Black Ridge and dealing with this new rail consortium. She's like, we actually had it okay in town, and I really shouldn't have left. Then we'd have to decide why she left in the first place.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a fight with her mother about her backwoods ways, where she's just like, ah.
Backward ways.
Maybe she even cut her mom. Her mom was like, ah, and she accidentally cut her. She was like sharpening a knife, and then she accidentally cut her, and then she was like, "Well, that's it." She was just like swinging the knife around, and then she's like, okay. She was so angry.
You know what, everybody? I think those are a lot of really good ideas.
Oh, pick one.
No.
There's some good ideas there.
No, let's leave it up to the world.
Or you do your own thing.
Or you can do your own thing. So, Ripley, now would you like to give your inspirational speech?
You know what's awesome? Writing stuff down, making stuff up, and sending it in. That's the best part, because, what's the point of writing something if nobody ever reads it? Who cares if you like it or not? You just send it in. And then somebody's going to read it with funny voices. And, yeah, that'd be great. And then, tens of people will hear it.
True.
Tens, right?
Possibly.
Up to tens.
Up to tens of people. I guess that's it. Where do you want to shout out your promo?
Spooky Room Productions with an S. And I was listening to something else, and they said... It was when I was listening to Penn and Teller, and they said the special code was Scoops with an S. And I was just like, nice.
That's funny.
Nice. Scoops with an S. Scoop has an S. Scoops has 2 S's, just like Spooky Room Productions has 2 S's.
Wow.
So I don't feel so crazy anymore, and I'm glad we got to hear that.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Where was I? Oh, spookyroomproductions.com with 2 S's. And that's where you can learn about Concordia, the game that's going to come out at some point. We got a lot of art to do. There's so much art. And I had to stop to do an album cover for somebody, so this is taking up a little bit of time. And we all got sick. I got sick for like a month, so you guys wouldn't know on the podcast, but it sort of put a damper on all the printing and the writing and stuff. So.
I didn't get sick.
Yeah, luckily. That's why the podcast still happened. So, yeah, there's stuff coming at some point.
Woo!
I know, the writing is all done. It's just getting art now, so there you go.
Okay.
And then the big release is going to happen in the fall, maybe in time for Halloween.
Oh.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Oh. Anyway.
That would be nice, though.
That's great.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for the update, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Chapter 6 in your hands.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. You got some people. You can work with them. They got some stuff going on. And we're very hot. We're very tired.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow, that was an amazing brainstorm. I'm sure now you're ready to write your little heart out. But before you do, let me give you a really quick 15-second rules and regulations. If you want the whole more expanded and, written in human way list of rules and regulations, it is on the submit page, linked everywhere. Or you can go to spookyroomproductions.com and go to the A Few Dozen Monkeys page and navigate from there. Here we are. Here's the 15-second R&R, starting right now. Okay, there is a 1,000-word limit. Any form is fine. Please keep things R. No underage, no animals. I don't edit a thing. I read it exactly as it's given to me. Research is optional. Anything you make up is now going to be part of the story forever. And, believe it or not, the alarm just went off. I don't know why. It was muted, but I was watching the clock. Okay, there's 15 seconds come and gone, and now you are more ready than ever to write. But wait. Oh, I should also say, as part of the rules, there's no sign up. There's no, I don't want your email. It's just a form on a page. Just plonk it in, and we're good to go. And you also receive no payment ever for your contribution, except knowing that you're part of this thing, this gorgeous, beautiful, exquisite corpse on the internet forever. And one more thing before we talk about the dates of submissions closing in the next podcast is, of course, the author quote. And the author of this episode is Dorothy M. Johnson. Ms. Johnson says, "After all, men who write about the frontier West weren't there either. We all get our historical background material from the same printed sources. An inclination to write about the frontier is not a sex-linked characteristic, like hair on the chest." Thank you, Ms. Johnson. That's something I'm sure we all needed to hear. So, even if you are a hairless-chested individual, Dorothy says, come on. Don't be scared. Write in. Go ahead. Okay, now we get to the submissions. The submissions close on August 12th, noon Atlantic time. And the next podcast, which will include your Chapter 6, is on August 24th, 2026. So, don't be shy. You have till August 12th, noon Atlantic time, to submit Chapter 6 for everybody to enjoy. Everything is linked everywhere, or you can go to spookyroomproductions.com and find out what Ripley and I are up to a little bit. I'm also Crandall Monk on YouTube. If you want to check out that, I have stuff on there. But it's time to start writing. Okay? And remember, it's better to finish something than to give up on everything.